Well, welcome everybody. I'm Steve McKenzie, the Chief Innovation Officer at Momentus Technologies, here for a little intro and discussion with none other than David Perry Foster, who is the co-founder and director of EventDraw, one of our great partners we work with, and also going to be with us at our Illuminate conferences. So before I jump too much into that, Dave, how about just a quick intro and background on yourself and EventDraw?
Yeah, sure, Steve. Thanks very much. So I started my career in the events industry, actually working for an off-premises and on-premises catering and events company.
Wow.
This is where, I first learned hands-on how events came together, and it was really hard work, that's for sure. But what that did, again, one of the greatest benefits this gave me today was the ability to use that experience and help build the room diagramming software that we have today, which is obviously EventDraw. Since 1998, we've spent the last probably 27 years building, most intuitive and powerful floor plan tools in the industry. Our goal has always been simple, Steve, to make complex room setups effortless, accurate, and to, serve the EventDraw clients around the globe, stadiums, convention centers, higher education centers, through to performing arts. So that's sort of where we're at there.
Well, yeah, I think you can't beat that industry experience, right? When it comes to then applying it to how you can best serve the industry. It's great to hear that you had that, that start there in the catering side. So I mentioned at the outset, you're going to be part of our Illuminate conferences for our clients this year. So thank you so much for doing that. What excites you the most about being with us for these conferences? I know you've been to a couple already, so.
Sure. Yeah, look, absolutely. Look, Illuminate's a fantastic initiative, Steve. We love being part of the community, and that's just not talking about the future of venue management, but actually building it as well. What excites us the most, is the collaboration. Momentus Technologies, isn't just a great partner. We see you as a catalyst for transforming the industry. These events allow us to connect directly with the people running the venues. Hear what's working, what's not working, how we can solve real-world challenges together. And being in the same room as some of the smartest operators and tech providers gives us energy. It pushes us to, keep leveling up EventDraw.
That's awesome. We love to hear that. And so sort of there's a nice segue, if you like, into my next question, which is, with the latest things that are going on in the tech world these days, from EventDraw's perspective, what's the latest innovations that are happening, and what do you want to showcase when you're at our Illuminate conference?
Yeah, look, we're really excited, Steve. AI assisted layouts. I mean, I'll start with the top one. We all know AI now.
Yeah.
So we're actually building now, we're currently calling it AI assisted layout. So for example, you can now tell EventDraw things like, add 25 round banquet tables in ballroom A, and our system will place them with proper spacing, fire exits, and the venue rules in mind automatically. That's probably our top one working on there. One of our also recent developments is a square feet calculator. We've been asked from clients if we could build something like this. And very quickly, what that does is you've got a space, and you place your, expo booths, catering tables into that space. Now, for example, if a venue has 2,000 square meters or 21,000 square feet, and you placed your expo booths and your tables and things, that might take up, 1,000 square meters or 11,000 square feet. And that gives you, a 52.5% venue space that's actually not in use. So that's quite revolutionary in that regard, because not only that, you may have a space without any equipment in it, and for that you may be allowed 500 people in that space for regulations, fire regulations, etc. Right. But as you start adding furniture and equipment in that space, that lowers. So the calculator will say, okay, well, you're taking up X amount of square space with all your equipment, and you've got this much left, and it will say, how many people per square meter or square feet you can use there.
Wow, I'm pretty excited to have a look at that myself. That sounds pretty amazing. Can't wait to see it. Yeah.
Can't wait. And look, another big one as well is the integration with Momentus Elite. You know, although that's already in place, we'll be showcasing a deeper inventory syncing, real-time updates back into Momentus. You know, a better user journey between the systems. You know, if like an event order changes in Momentus, reflects instantly in the plan and vice versa. So we're collaborating directly with Momentus to roll out even smarter syncing, including conflict alerts and inventory forecasting as well.
Yeah, that's a great one. Yeah.
Yeah, and look, there's a lots more, but just very quickly, 3D as well. We're really, although we've got 3D already in place, again, just enhancing that quite considerably, even to a VR walkthrough.
Wow. Yeah, that's certainly exciting. I love the innovation you guys are doing. So just to finish up, Dave.
Yep.
In the world of room diagramming, you know, what tips would you give to anyone that's looking to improve how they do this on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, absolutely. Great question. So number one, I must say, start with real venue templates. So for example, you know, accuracy. Use accurate floor plans, not generic layouts. The closer your diagram reflects the actual space, the fewer problems you'll have on the event day. You know, I can't mention enough, but accuracy matters. When you use precise scale templates, the actual venue spaces, including, you know, wall angles, columns, AV rigs, access points, your diagrams go from being like a sort of like a nice visual to an actual operational assist. So, you know, again, if you're using a generic 20 by 20 meter box to represent a space, you're not preparing your teams for success. Diagrams should reflect exactly what's really there to avoid last minute rework on the day of the event. And, you know, just also things like, you know, speed. We pride ourselves on being able to use EventDraw with a very low training and to be able to produce those plans quite quickly as well. Obviously, it leads on to the integrated systems, which we talk about with Momentus, and yeah, training your teams. Training is very important. That's why we at EventDraw here, we have unlimited training. So you can have as many training sessions, one-on-1, one-on-5, however you want to do it throughout the year. We want to make sure people are using it to their full capacity.
Yeah, that's fantastic, Dave. It's I think you know, all of those are super good tips, especially the ongoing training. You know, new people come in. It's you know, you want to make sure that everyone's utilizing the tools the best they can. Look, we want to just thank you and Jay for the great partnership. You guys have been wonderful to work with, and we're looking forward to strengthening that even more. And can't wait to see you in Sydney, August the 11th to the 14th.
Can't wait, Steve. Thanks again.